Hello, everyone. It's me. Crazy time we're living in, right? So, if you aren't aware, there has been a recent development in Australia. They have created a legislation that will essentially, from what they say, protect the kids. It will ban 16 and under users from social medias and places like YouTube, Twitch, etc. What they don't want to tell you is it's not to protect the kids. The phrase protect the kids or think of the children is a very powerful, very, very famous lie. You've seen it in the movies. You've seen it everywhere. Whenever there's a revolution, whenever there's someone evil, an antagonist that wants to convince the people to get rid of someone, they always use the phrase, think of the children. When in all reality is they're just trying to cover up their behind closed doors meanings. And to be completely honest, I am not going to just sit by quietly and not expose them for this. When it comes to if you don't know who I am, that's totally valid. I am a very small channel. I am a caller. I am a animator, a voice actor, and a VTuber. The reason I am not using my VTuber model right now, and I'm using this model, is because I had technical difficulties, and also my model was not meant to debut until next year. So I'm using this repo model to kind of... I'm already not wanting to show my face to these people. Why would I show my face to people like you as well? It's nothing against you. I love you guys, but like, give an inch, take a mile. Well, I don't know how much more I could continue. There are a lot of things in the way of me basically getting to the top. I love animating. I love voice acting. I've met some of my best friends in the whole world from streaming. And unfortunately, just due to the corruption that's going on inside the government sphere, I might not be able to do that for very much longer. Not without ID or a biometric scan of my face. I refuse to allow this. I will be fighting this as much as I possibly can. I am well above the age of 16, and to be completely honest, I recently did a scan for Discord to prove my age. I have been cursed with very, very, very big baby face, or at least teen face, and it assumed that I was under the age of 18, which limits things such as areas in my server, which I am adjusting as we speak. I'm hoping I have people that are hopefully right now working on some completely legal IDs to as an attempt to avoid having to give my identity. Now, you might be wondering, Old Caller, why exactly is showing ID such a problem? Well, I am a very maliciously thinking person. I have something. I'm not proud of this, but I think in a very, very strictly business kind of way sometimes. And because of that, I am fairly decent at pinpointing what people in business are planning, what they're doing, what they're scheming, if that makes sense. And essentially, I saw through what they are planning. They say it's all for the kids. It's to protect the kids. But then again, on sites that are for NSFW, there is no need for verification. They did so in the UK. Now, if it was that they did it in Australia too, there would be a loud uproar. But at least it would be more convincing as it would be to protect the kids. But then you also have Roblox, a very infamous game as of recently, not being on the list of things that have been put into the ban. Legislation set to protect children did not ban a game that has harmed multiple children in the past. I don't think this is for protecting kids. I think this is to get as much information from everyone 16 and above. And you know why? You know why I think this? It's to surveil them. It's to surveil them because 16, at least in general, is typically the age most start to work in Australia. They're trying to get surveillance and control over the workforce. They're trying to get you in the door right from the beginning and know everything about you. They are trying to control you. Now, I'm not this person who's this big, campaign conspiracy theorist propaganda guy, but when it comes to it affecting me, I will wage a war. I will fight for what I know is right for myself. And I see injustice upon what I deem my freedom. And maybe there should be some places that need social media licenses. But the fact that they need Face ID or your credit card or your license is absolutely unfounded. And speaking of unfounded, did you know that lots of experts were saying, don't do this, this is not gonna work, it's absolutely unbased on anything that we've said to you. And you know why they did this? They did it because they made a very, 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 very vague survey. And most of the survey, which was targeted to mostly people of the older, mostly people who, are kind of out of depth with the geriocracy of it all is we're ruled by a lot of people who are not in line with our generation. They deem us as weaker than them or softer than them. We need more younger political figures. We need political figures that are open to understanding the younger generations. Unfortunately, they normally get snuffed out by the older ones due to whether hate or pressure. We don't see a lot of them. And that's the main problem. we're ruled by people that are either controlled by the economy and want more money, or we're controlled by people who are out of touch. And they took this survey as gospel. Now, I'm not saying you should take what I say as gospel. I am no preacher. I'm just going off what I think is going on, and I hope that I can put some logic in there for you. I just want to kind of enlighten people on my plight. So what it's covering at the moment, from what I recall, because as I've said, this is not a video of major information. I've done enough research to justify this video at the very least. However, I am just a citizen of Australia, and I cannot say much more upon that. But I am a citizen who, unlike most Australian citizens, we tend to just sit on our backsides and don't really do much. We just take it as it goes. And unfortunately, we've always been like that. We're very complacent, and we need to kind of pick up the pace a bit. And that's our problem. If we don't pick up the pace, we aren't going to go anywhere. And I strictly think that that is not the way to go. And honestly, I feel like we need to stand up more. Things only change when we actually get into complaining about things. There's only change when we actually argue against the people in charge. And we have not done that. Sorry about that. My chair is creaking. What was I saying? Right. The main parts that it blocks are Twitch, YouTube. They said they would not affect Discord, but that was clearly a miscalculated lie of some degree. Twitter. I recently got a Twitter age verification. I don't know if I'm going to go through it, but as a VTuber, I need Twitter to basically grow. I need Twitter to keep things going, and without that, I don't know how I'm going to function. As I said, I've got a very youthful face. It's something I'm cursed with. I wish I looked 17. God, that'd be wonderful. I wish I was 17 again. Easiest years of my life. But essentially, Twitch, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, couple others, they're all affected. And as I said, and by the thumbnail you're probably seeing, think of the children. Think of the dear children. We are protecting those poor souls from the dangers of the world. When in reality, they just want power. They want surveillance. This is a Big Brother situation. If you don't know what Big Brother is, essentially, you know what? Just look it up yourself. It's a Big Brother situation. They're watching us. They're controlling us. They want to know as much about you as they possibly can. And you might be going, oh, why would they need faces? Because knowledge is power. And some of you might say, my parents, when I talked to them about this, they said essentially that it would be for things like ads, or it's not a big deal. When in reality, the way I see it, you give them an inch, they take a mile. And I'm not gonna give them an inch if they take a mile. Who knows what they'll do after that? And we don't know what they're doing with this face. They say they delete it, but has a business, a big corporation, ever lied to someone before? That's what I thought. And with the rising number of hacks in recent years in Australia, do we really think that we are safe putting our IDs in the hands of people who are clearly too incompetent to protect their own content? I don't think so. So what I am saying is that we need to complain. We need to be Karens for once. We need to fucking talk to life's manager. We need to talk to the government's manager and complain. Enough people do it. Enough people do it. We will get a response. Now, there are other ways to get around protecting children, but I feel that this is only a facade of protecting children. We want to make a world that's better for children. We should be making more attempts. Parents should be making more attempts at protecting their kids. I had a very good mother who was very good at teaching me to be safe on the internet. And she taught me very well to not share information on the internet. Tangent to this. Didn't just a few decades ago, they tell us to not give personal information on the internet? We don't know who could use it. Even Google said in their old rules, don't be evil. They took that out. And now, look who is talking, telling us to give our information. The government. The very government that not even a few decades ago said to, hey, don't share your phone number, don't share your email, don't share your passwords, don't share your face, don't share your license, don't share your face measurements and face depth and shape and skull and blood type and all that. Now they want all of that. Something changed. They gained something that allows them to take matters into their own hands. There's someone up there that wants something from us, and I refuse to give that to them. Now, I might sound crazy. I might sound loopy. I might sound like the most crazy person on this planet right now. And to be honest, I agree. But a crazy man is a bit better than a man that's sitting there doing nothing. And that leads to the main tangent of this video. I don't know if I can do much of this anymore. It's making it incredibly difficult for me to make content on YouTube, such as animations, or stream on Twitch, with the whole Twitch stuff going on. And Twitter, where I post all the stuff that would be a little bit too unhinged to post in the YouTube posts or YouTube videos, or would get me copyrighted, or saying comments that might actually be a little bit weird. And then Discord. I hope. I have people running my Discord inside. So if my account somehow gets taken down for whatever reason, with me resisting, there will be people still running it. Hopefully. So if you can, if I disappear, at least join the server. I'll figure out a way. Keep them company for me. This is not a goodbye. This is not a goodbye until I have to say goodbye. And basically, this will not be a goodbye until I say goodbye. I have a rule where if I post a video where the hat in the thumbnail, the hat on my head right now, is on the ground, that means I'm gone. If I disappear one day because I can't do anything without sharing information that I don't want to share, a very VTuber thing to do is not share information. That's why we are VTubers. If I disappear, that video will show up in a final goodbye. But until then, I'll keep working, I'll keep streaming, and hopefully this won't affect me as much as I think it will. I will keep creating content, and I will keep working on my special project. My biggest project ever. To put it bluntly, what this project is a big animated project with lots of voice actors. I will hopefully, if my channel survives through all this, hopefully post something to tease it soon. But until I know I am in the clear, I am not sure. I don't want to give up on this. I don't want to give up on this dream. This holds my sanity together. But just remember that they are not looking out for the kids. They are trying to control you. Don't let them have more information than they need. And what they don't need is your face. What they don't need is your ID. What they need is to get back into reality and realize that they are not protecting children in the right way. This does not protect the children. The children will find other sites to move to. And I believe that even itself is an excuse, because this just gives them reason to make an excuse of, oh, the children move to this obscure site. Let's invade this and make this have to use ID. This is an excuse to get power. Someone out there, someone at the top wants control, wants surveillance over us. Now, you might be going, oh, how does showing your face and all that equal surveillance? Once your face, this isn't like a selfie, this is biometrics. They're looking at the depth of your face, the length of your face, everything. So unless you get horribly disfigured at some point, they can look at a camera, they can see your face in a security camera and go, yep, this is this guy, and we know everything about him now because we also have his ID. They say they'll delete it. They won't delete it. They never do. Look at all those accounts from a couple of years ago that got basically terminated because someone hacked. And after all of that, they went, wait a minute, how did you get, how did you keep all our information? And we thought you didn't keep all that. And then, another thing that just proves that people are watching you. People have been faking IDs. Been faking facial ID as well. And days to months later, they'll go, hang on, this is fake. And I must raise you a question. How did they know that this was fake if they delete it directly after? Explain that. They're trying to control you. I'm not going to be controlled. But I want to continue. So I'll figure out a way around it, I promise. I'm not leaving you guys without a fight. Until then, I love you. Stay safe. And if this has to be the end, I will stream and create content until then. So if you do see me, please come say hi. Just a little bit of fame before it all ends. It's not too much to ask, is it? Thank you. And until next time, farewell.